All right, everybody. It is Friday night again, and welcome to the Iconic Video Games Podcast. I am your host, Axel1324.
I'm Nurse Zelda.
I'm DeathDealer.
Yay! And guys, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest who needs no introduction because I'm not going to give him one. Dr. Doggy.
Of course you won't give me an introduction. You never do. You don't even have me on the show anymore. It's been like 2 years since I've been on here. You imitate me, acting like me. We already went over that. That makes me sick. That gives me an ailment. But it's nice to be here with my good colleagues. We got the beautiful ladies, Princess Zelda and DeathDealer. Great to be here with you. Not so great to be here with you, Axel, but you're here, so we'll put up with it. Chat, thanks for joining us. It's going to be a fun evening, I tell you.
It is going to be so fun. I am so excited for today. Guys, it is Starfield week, of course, still. A lot of people are experiencing Starfield, all that good stuff. Princess Zelda, have you been playing Starfield?
I have not. I got the premium edition so I could start early. And I spent more time probably trying to download it, which it wouldn't do, than actually playing it because it didn't work. But the coloring book worked, so that's exciting. Then when it came out, so I have the coloring book, fantastic. But then when it came out, then I'm back to work, no time to play. So thanks, Bethesda.
There's a Starfield coloring book?
Yeah, like there's 3 add-ons. So everything would add on but the actual game. So there's like a Mars pack, and then there's like a coloring book and then a slideshow of different images throughout the game. And I could see that.
Oh, you mean the art book?
Oh, the art book, the coloring book.
I thought it was like a real life coloring book that I could go buy right now, like at Walmart or something.
No, it's art, and then I'm like, maybe I have to go through the art book to get the game. So I tried everything, and actually Titan helped me for hours too. So I want to give a shout out because he spent a ton of time trying to help me get that game, and it kept saying you're too early. So he was playing it and enjoying it, but no.
Okay, well there you go. DeathDealer, what have you been playing?
I unfortunately haven't been able to play yet. I'm so glad Dr. Doggy's here, though, because I'm telling you, I am so under the weather. I just...
You look great, girl.
I feel
Wow.
horrible right now. It's just...
You look like you died. You literally look like death over there. Like,
Don't tell a lady that. She looks great.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the sweet lie. Hopefully, Doggy can help diagnose me so I can start to feel.
Your hair looks good.
relief.
How about that?
Yeah, as long as the hair looks good, everything else is opaque, right?
Well, Dr. Doggy will do his best to help out. He has not failed at healing ailments ever, so
wow,
this shouldn't be the first.
and what have you been playing? Did you play Starfield?
I actually was not allowed to play Starfield just yet because I, as most of our listeners that have watched the show are well aware, I am on a mission once I get on there to steal all the DP in the galaxy. And my husband, Dreadpool, thought it would only be fair to let other people get a chance to get it before I do. But alas, I am playing this weekend, so just know I will come on your ship to steal it. That is, if I don't die by tomorrow.
Well, you know what? We think you're going to be fine. I'm thinking you're going to be fine. Dr. Doggy's in the house.
That's
And,
right.
he was able to successfully and accurately translate Zombie Zelda last time he was here. So
2 years ago.
that's right.
He's my favorite doctor ever.
Thank you. My favorite nurse.
Dr. Doggy, have you played Starfield?
Yes, Axel, I have. I've got about, call it 12 hours or so up in there. And it was a little slow at first, as the people say, but I don't know, about 4 hours in, I was enjoying it. I'm addicted to it. I'm going to have, that's my ailment, is I'm addicted to the Starfield. I made a little time for the Final Fantasy 16, but pretty much the Starfield has took over my life, and it's great. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
34 hours into Starfield right now.
Well, you're sick.
DeathDealer's eyes are tripping me out.
And I'm only 34 hours in, right? Which is like almost 40 hours, right? And I look at some people who didn't get that. Like I started with the early too, and I see some people who did not get the premium edition or the Constellation edition, and they already surpassed me in hours. And I'm like, what did these people do? Leave,
Nothing but play
Wow.
games.
leave the game
Yeah.
on? That's all I can think of is they must leave the game on. That's all I can think of.
That's a good possibility.
Yeah. All right, guys, but let's check in with the iconic chat real quick. Up first, we got my gorgeous wife saying, "Yoo-hoo! Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP." We got It's Timothy joining us. He says, "What's up, Axel? What's up, Luis? What's going on, Timothy? Your Wicked Heart joins us. Thank you so much for joining us. Your Wicked Heart, you are the real MVP, and you too, Timothy." Let's see. Nuftorious joins us. Shout out to Nuftorious.
What's
Thank you
up,
so much
brother?
for joining us, Nuftorious. You are the real MVP. We have Titan Drago Jr. saying hi. What's going on, Titan Drago Jr.? Thank you so much for joining us. Let's see. Anybody else in the chat? Oh, we got Titan Drago himself joining us. He says, "Oh my God, it's 8 p.m. already." There you go. Let's see. My gorgeous wife says, "So cool." I think that's towards you there, Death.
Hey, when I was told I was gonna be having an ailment this week, I said, you know what? I gotta do it right. I gotta show some skill.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Your makeup work is immaculate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You. I'm upset I couldn't find my teeth stuff. I have teeth stuff that I can actually paint my teeth like black or red, and I couldn't find it.
Wow. Let's see. Titan Drago says, "Yeah, Dr. Doggy, good to see you. What should I do about my feet?" Ask Zelda.
Your
So, you
feet.
know,
Oh,
we'll have a time for the chat to ask Dr. Doggy about that ailment.
Dr. Doggy, the podiatrist. Okay.
Dr. Doggy, the podiatrist. That's right. And Chael Walker is in. Thank you so much for joining us. He said there are 2 sets of time being tracked, but one to go by should be the one your last save. Oh yeah, save file time. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right.
Go by your save file time instead of the gameplay time. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yep.
Yes, and Mrs. DeathDealer needs to be an actress.
Those eyes.
Let's check it out. Let's see it.
Gosh.
Jeez.
Oh.
And this is going to be a full display next month, guys.
That's so cool.
Mhm.
It's going to get even more crazy next month.
Mhm.
All right, let's get right into the show, guys. Dr. Doggy, you are the guest of honor today, so I would like to not start with you. We're going to start
That's
with.
what I figured.
We're actually going to start ladies first, because even though Dr. Doggy is the guest of honor, he's still a gentleman, I'm sure. And even if he's not, who cares? I am. So, Princess Zelda, take it away.
I do love Dr. Doggy. All right, so this one was fun. I was really excited about the topic because there are so many fun doctors out there. So I went with one of my absolute favorite games, which this isn't it. What did I write down? I thought I did Dead by Daylight, the doctor. Okay, I did.
Oh no, you're right. This is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Whoops.
I hated that game. I was looking forward
Oh,
to
that
it,
game
but
is awful.
All right, Dead
That
by
game
Daylight.
made me
Who's the
sick after
doctor
I
in
played
Dead
that
by
one.
Daylight?
He's actually called the doctor, and he has this like ability where he does this electricity, and it makes you scream and hold your head. And then he starts warping your mind where everything is fuzz and it gets really loud. And then it slows you down, and then he can catch you. But there is a way to overcome that. If you hide in a locker, his ability doesn't work. But then he ruins the skill checks. So he makes the skill checks real small. He makes them go backwards. And then instead of being in the center of the screen, the skill check goes off the screen. So yeah, he's a wicked little character. And I love this game, and any chance I get to talk about it, I will.
Is this right?
Yeah, this is the worst map, though. This is the absolute worst map. You don't ever want to be on it. But yeah, he's fantastic. All the killers are fun. He's fantastic.
All right, Dead by Daylight, the doctor.
Yeah.
He's not out there to heal anyone, apparently.
He's a bad doctor, unlike our Dr. Doggy.
This
He's
guy's more
bad.
Dexter than doctor. Look at him chase that poor guy. Oh my goodness.
Well, if I can recall, I believe because they all have their own. Each killer has their own backstory that you can read when you're choosing them. And if I can recall, I believe part of his was that he liked to experiment on people, and that was his his forte, if you might put it that
This
way.
guy's
That was
cheating. He
his
can see through
joy in
walls.
life.
That is true. Yeah, he has an ability where it actually all of the killers can see where the generators are because that's where all of the
It's where you're trying to
survivors
get
have to
to.
go.
Yeah.
So they can always see the generators because that's where they have to go find the survivors.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, it's so fun. But you're absolutely right about the backstory. I forgot. That's awesome. Thank you, DeathDealer.
Wonderful pick, though. I love this game too. Yay!
Yay. DeathDealer, so yeah, take over. You and Princess Zelda talk about it.
Oh, it's a great game. I mean, like she said, the Doctor is a really cool character. I mean, they're all cool characters, and I do love the fact that they're original killers before they added the franchise killers, if I can put it that way, from the horror movies.
Oh yeah.
They did a lot of real actual thought into the
Mhm.
characters and their backstories. Because if I could, I mean, I could be wrong. It's been a minute since I've read their stories, but I believe each of them have like 2 and 3 paragraphs that actually go into quite a bit of detail of like what kind of made them what they are. And his was something like he started off as like a good doctor and slowly lost his mind and started experimenting. And I believe somehow or another he was experimenting on himself as well. But yeah, he's a great character. Absolutely love the game. You should definitely play it. I recommend it.
Okay. Dr. Doggy, what about being the doctor from Dead by Daylight?
Dr. Doggy has never played this game, and yeah, I don't know if he has much interest in playing this game. It looks pretty bad. No, I'm just kidding. It looks pretty cool, but Dr. Doggy has not played it, so he's not had a chance to be the doctor.
It goes against his Hippocratic oath.
Right.
Yeah, I also have not played this game. It's just not my forte. That's all. Oh my gosh, they just hung that guy up.
Yes, some of them do that. They like to do that as part of their skill set. They can hang people quicker than some of the other characters.
And I misspelled this earlier, guys. This gameplay is brought to you by Nocturnals Games. Shout out to Nocturnals on YouTube. Let's see. Let's keep checking in with the chat. Let's see. Crazy Greek Dude joins us. Thank you so much for joining us, Crazy Greek Dude. You are the real MVP. And he says, Titan, he needs to get back here and carry the team on Roblox.
Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Rocket League. Oh, okay.
Roblox.
Shout out to my mom.
What are you
She's
getting
like,
Roblox
Mom,
out of
thank you for
RL?
joining us. You are the real MVP.
How does Roblox RL?
I have no idea. I just made it up. I'm just like, I have no idea what RL means.
He hates Roblox.
Life.
Let's see. Back from the Dead comes in. He says, hey, everyone, what's going on? Back from the Dead. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. And General Spartan also joins us. Shout out to General Spartan.
Yo,
He
brother.
says, I'm now back to having the weekend off for the first time since May. Whoop, whoop.
Ooh.
No more overtime. Shout out to you, General Spartan. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. And I believe that's it for our first game. And DeathDealer, why don't you tell us about your next game?
Okay, mine doesn't take place in a lot of medical things. I thought I would add a little spice to my choice. This is not a horror game. It is, however, wholly inappropriate for children. I know it's based on a cartoon, but the cartoon itself is not for kids in general. The game is absolutely not for kids. So, but it is South Park Stick of Truth. There's the medical scene. If you played it, you know what I'm talking about. It is distasteful, but I mean, you got to have a sense of humor. And there are some other issues of them running around and trying not to get injected with vaccines. And it's a whole thing, very much a whole thing, but it's entertaining. And I recommend it. The doctor's not there to
trying to find the
serve
doctor
as
scene
credit
here.
code. He is trying to help you out, though. I mean, I'll give him that. He is trying to help you out. It's not the way you generally think. So
I was trying to find the doctor scene, but there's so much. And again, this gameplay is brought to you by Long Play Archives. Shout out to Long Play Archives. I use a lot of their footage. So let's see. I'm just trying to find the... Is it Operation Blind Justice? No. I have no idea where it is. Anyways, it's in here.
Wow.
Like I said, the game is wholly inappropriate for kids. I would not let a child play it, but it is definitely entertaining for adults.
It is definitely entertaining.
If you like South Park, you'll love the game.
Yeah,
'cause
you'll
it's
love it.
definitely their humor.
You're gonna love it.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna love it.
Yes.
Princess Zelda, South Park: The Fractured Butthole,
no,
does
this
have
is Stick
a
of
doctor.
Truth.
There's a South Park
there is-
doctor. Yes.
Yeah, yep. There is one in Fractured Butthole as well. Yeah, there is a
Yeah.
medical scene in that one.
Princess Zelda, Fractured Butthole.
I didn't know they had South Park games. I should have assumed they did because they make games out of everything. But I do enjoy the show. I did enjoy the show when I watched it back in the 90s. Wildly inappropriate. But...
Those were the better episodes. I don't blame you.
Are they still making them?
The
Are
thing
they
I
still-
love about
think
South
they
Park,
Yes.
yep, they
recently
still are,
make
and
them.
they're still
What?
completely. Like you would think that, like, oh, cancel South Park, blah blah blah, for whatever they're saying, and it's like, nope, screw you.
But
We're
I-
gonna keep being South Park.
No,
And I
I
love it.
didn't. They just say that they were coming out with like a last season soon or something.
Wow.
I thought they did. I thought they said they were going to be doing a last
Well,
season or
I
something.
mean, 20
so-
years is a long time.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I think
I-
they said something like they've kind of started running out of, and it's becoming more repetitive, and they don't really want to. I could be wrong. It could be another show I'm thinking of entirely.
I like
Maybe
the
we'll
one.
do that with The Simpsons. Who
I like the
knows?
episode they had about Tom Brady, and they were talking about how he's a cheater, and they were
Oh,
cheating on their tests.
The
and stuff,
Spice
you know?
Melange. The Spice Melange, and it's his poop. It's like Tom Brady and Dune in one.
Yeah, I can. Okay, I'm having a hard time because of my eyes. I can't focus that well. But somebody did say you're looking at the sequel, not Stick of Truth. That is the gameplay for Fractured Butthole. You are correct.
Yeah, this is the one we
But
wanted. Yeah,
it's harder to find some of the stuff that's appropriate to show on YouTube with the other
Right.
games. So
Yes,
considering
absolutely.
some of this stuff.
And Doggy, Dr. Doggy, Fractured Butthole.
Dr. Doggy has played Fractured Butthole, and that's a bad element right there. That's not really how it's spelled, but no, I have not played Stick of Truth, which came. I have the game. It came as a free code with Fractured Butthole, but I've never got around to playing it. But if it's as good as Fractured Butthole, then I'm in for a treat if I ever get around to it.
Mhm.
Obsidian,
very
right?
much are.
Obsidian, who made these, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, they
Obsidian.
did a good job with Fractured Buttholes. So
Mhm.
Yes.
I'm sure Stick of Truth is awesome as well.
Mhm. I
Definitely.
was very pleased when they came out.
So I played Stick of Truth, but I have not played Fractured Butthole. But now I want to. Just watching it makes me want to play. I have it. I found it used. And I got it for like $5. Because
Wow, that's
the
good.
person didn't know what they were selling, and I
They
always take
obvious.
advantage of that, right? I'm
Or
all
maybe
about the
they
yard sales
did.
and the deals.
Maybe they just didn't like South Park. Who
Yeah, like
knows?
maybe they did know what they were saying.
Yeah. And I was just so happy to get it, and I cannot wait to play it. I cannot wait. Maybe I'll play it after I'm done with Starfield, but who knows when that will be
Oh no!
at this
Yeah,
point. At this point, it looks like it's going to
2033.
be forever. Forever. And let's check in with the chat. My gorgeous wife, she says, oh my husband loves South Park so much. Yes, I do. I grew up with it. Yes, absolutely. And shout out to Adam Martinez for joining us. I think you're new. I've never seen you here before.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for checking us out. You are the real MVP. He says you're looking at the sequel, not the Stick of Truth. Yeah. Yeah, the Stick of Truth is
See-
amazing, and Fractured Butthole is also amazing.
So, see, I said it. I saw your comment. I just can't focus really. The names are like so much lighter. It's hard for me to like. Yeah. Contact, because I don't have to wear contacts. So when I wear costume contacts, I don't necessarily go for visibility with them because I have someone like Dreadpool, who can kind of lead me around.
Yeah. Exactly. Where is Dread? Is he awake yet?
No, I'm about to go throw something at him.
All right.
Somebody needs to wake that slacker up.
I need a steel chair. Give me a second. I think I got one in the. I know I got one in the garage. What am I saying? I'll be back.
No. Okay.
Give him an element.
Let's go to our illustrious doctor, Dr. Doggy. What is your first pick?
Oh, it's so great talking about all these doctor games and these doctors in here. I got some great doctors lined up. I'm going to start off with the great Dr. Albert W. Wiley, the cunning, manipulative, mad scientist. Not quite unlike myself, you know. I'm a little cunning and a little bit of mad scientist. Of course, he's the antagonist of the original Mega Man series, Mega Man's archenemy. He was a friend with Dr. Light, but was overshadowed by Dr. Light's achievements in designing better robots. So a jealous Dr. Wily took off into the Pacific, do believe, to make his own robot kind of factory. Then, let's see, in Mega Man 1, he took and programmed Dr. Light's robots to take over the world. What a great idea, right? You know, I wish that's what I need to do next. That sounds great, right? But he was, of course, defeated by that punk rock, Mega Man. That punk. I can't believe he kind of makes me mad just looking at how dare you beat up on the doctor. And then he returns again and again, failing time and time again, doing manipulative stuff. I think he acts like a millionaire Mr. X in Mega Man 6. Kidnaps people, Mega Man 4.
Yeah.
Framing people for his crimes. And yeah, he dies in between the Mega Man series and Mega Man 10. Ha ha ha!
Mhm.
I get no reaction from Axel. Mega Man X series.
I'm listening. I'm just trying to remember it. That was a long time ago.
Well, I call Mega Man X Mega Man 10. So I was
This, as a matter of fact, we're watching Mega Man. Look, long play of Mega Man 10. There is no there is no Dr. Wily in Mega Man X.
Yes, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So he dies between Mega Man X and in the Mega Man series, but lives on through the computer virus. It's called Maverick or something like that. Some kind of computer virus, and he's responsible for the actions of Sigma. Yeah, Sigma. So he lives on even after he's dead. One of the greatest antagonist in gaming history, and it just takes me back to my childhood thinking about this great man.
Fantastic. Princess Zelda, Mega Man 10 or Mega Man in general, the series.
The early Mega Man games were some of my favorite games as a kid. I did not like the later ones so much, but Dr. Wily and I've spent many hours playing the formative Mega Man games. Love it. Great pick, Dr. Doggy.
Now, when you say the early Mega Man games, you're talking like Mega Man 1 through 6?
Even maybe not even that many. Probably 1 through 3, and then I stopped. Enjoying them as much.
1 through 3 was my favorite. Yeah, those are my favorites.
Okay. DeathDealer.
Yes. I as well played Mega Man. I did enjoy it. I don't know exactly which ones all I've played. I'll be honest. I have terrible memory for that sort of thing. But I did like them. I liked them a lot, actually. It was integrated into part of my life as part of my childhood. So, yeah, good pick, Doggy. Definitely a good pick.
Thank you.
Mega Man still holds up, in my opinion.
It definitely does.
The early ones.
That's a good point.
So I have played every Mega Man, the original title Mega Man's, right? I remember this boss fight right here, as a matter of fact. I have played all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So I've played them all. And Dr. Wily in all of them is just so conniving, like Dr. Doggy. Just thinks he thinks he's all that in a bag of chips, just like Dr. Doggy.
I don't think I know.
So yeah. My favorite one is probably still 2. Followed closely by maybe 3. I would say that 11 probably changed the gameplay mechanic the most with that time gear mechanic. But yeah, Dr. Wily, always a great antagonist, always a great doctor. One of the great many famous doctors of gaming. Fantastic pick by Dr. Doggy. Or sorry, trash pick by Dr. Doggy. No, I can't say that. I love Mega Man. I love me some Mega Man. Let's see. Anybody in the chat here? Nope, nothing on the chat for us. It's okay. It's okay. let me prepare here.
Back had a question for Princess or Nurse Zelda.
Oh,
real
is
quick.
it? This guy
Just came in.
Oh,
Just
there he
came.
is. Yeah, it just came in.
Let's see. Princess Zelda, are you annoyed like I am with all the Dreamlight Valley Bell teases and no release date? I wanted to play with Belle like as soon as I knew Dreamlight Valley was coming out. She's one of my absolute favorite princesses. But I'm even more annoyed with that new Dream. I don't even know what they call it. I can't remember. Where you have to take your picture and upload it, and then everybody votes on it. That I don't like. So, yeah, I can't wait for Belle. I've been looking forward to her since I heard that Dreamlight Valley was in its inception.
Wow.
Yeah, she's my favorite. I love her.
Hey, we all have favorites. We all have favorites. There you go. And by the way, guys, feel free to ask us questions. We love interacting with you guys. All right.
Dream snaps, that's it.
Dream snaps.
Yeah, I did it like once just to complete a mission, and then I was over it. It's just not fun. I don't like it.
Oh, I see. All right, so I'm gonna go off on a tangent here. I thought we were gonna do doctor games, right? So I picked a few doctor games, and I picked Rhythm Doctor. Now, this game is on Steam, on Nintendo Switch. I don't know if it's on Xbox or PlayStation at all. So this game is called Rhythm Doctor, and all you do, it's a one-button game. On the computer, it's a space bar, so all you do is hit the space bar, right? And by the way, game played by Terox. And you know me, I love my rhythm games, and this is all about rhythm. So in this game, you're playing a doctor that's defibrillating patients. And to properly defibrillate patients, you have to hit it on the 7th note of the beat.
Jake.
So, and when I say these songs are fire, guys, these songs are fire. For an indie game, a single button game, this game is amazing. Let me see if I can fast forward to something I can probably play here. Oh, no, can't play that. Can't play the Ultimate Energy Bar. and of course the second ad, because you know YouTube. How I hate YouTube so much with their ads. All right. I'm going to turn on the audio here so you guys can hear this. And no, I'm not. Wow. Right away, another ad. Wow. And another ad. Holy crap. YouTube is going crazy over here. Can I show this now? All right.
Go.
On the 7th beat. And it's an amazing game.
A day in the life of
God. I hate YouTube so much. And all you do is hit it on the 7th beat. So cool. And I know I'm the only one who's played this game because I play, of course, all these weird games that nobody else plays. Princess Zelda, Rhythm Doctor.
This is something I would love to play. And as you have indicated, I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, it gets challenging. It gets challenging. It's super simple, super indie, and all it is just songs and hit it on the 7th beat every time. So if you count it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? And so it just goes that way. DeathDealer, Rhythm Doctor.
I have never even heard of this game, so I'm sorry to say I've never played it, but it does look interesting. I like Princess. I agree with Princess Zelda. It looks fun.
It's a
Something I
lot
can
harder
get
than you
into.
think, but yes.
Well, I'm not
Dr.
saying
Doggy!
it's easy.
Dr. Doggy defibrillated.
Whoa,
And Rhythm
actually,
Doctor.
I gotta say, I've never heard of this, and my time's too precious to waste my time playing this trash. I'm never gonna try this game out. I would be sickened to buy this game. This is this has to be the most trash pick I've ever seen. I'm scared to see what other 2 games you have in store for me.
All right, there we go. Let's go and end
Ugh.
that right there. And of course,
Ugh.
we got that game looks awful.
Yes, Titan.
It's all about the gameplay, man. I'm telling you, it's good. If you like rhythm games, and it's one button only, that's all.
Wow.
One button. So yeah, it's something. And you know me, I do love rhythm games. I've did
You
a
like-
rhythm.
Like trash games.
Oh, right. Juggle. Why does the sleeve change colors? The whole scene changes colors, my guy. Different doctors. Come on. Yeah, the whole because keeping it the same was too weird. What's the point of that? To literally hit the button on the seventh beat. That's it, and defibrillate someone. But it's more challenging than you think. Princess Zelda, get ready for a challenge.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I think you should definitely get it. And by the way, guys, this is an indie game. I think it's under $10 right now, but if it drops down like during the summer Steam sale or the winter Steam sale, it might drop down to like $2.
Nice.
So yeah, it goes on sale early. You should definitely check it out. But with all of that being said, Dr. Doggy, guess what time it is?
Oh, you guys know what time it is. It's the best part of the show. The part of the show where Axel isn't hosting it. It's Conversation Time with Nurse Zelda.
Princess
That was a good
Zelda.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our game today is quite unique, as it's really not a game. We all have specific ailments, and we're relying on the doctor for help. Are you ready?
Bring on the elements. Ailments.
Before we check, let's check in with the chat real quick. 1970 Chrome Pony joins us. He says,
What's up?
HGN. That's not N, that's an N, yeah. I have no idea what that means.
Rocket League?
I'm stumped. I don't know.
Yeah. I think 1970 Chrome Pony has an element of himself. But shout out to 1970 Chrome Pony. You are the real MVP. All right, so let's bring in our first patient. Oh, Princess Zelda, explain it to the chat.
So we are to tell Dr. Doggy what's going on. It could be clearly a physical ailment, or it might be psychological. Who knows? And we are relying on the doctor for help.
All right, and of course, Dr. Doggy will diagnose us and recommend a treatment plan. Of course. And let's see. Again, checking in with the chat. We got the Rockin' Trinity Warrior. Shout out to Rockin' Trinity Warrior. She says, DeathDealer, you look awesome. Doesn't she?
She really does.
Thank you. Love you. Love you, chat today.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And shout out to the Trinity. She is the real MVP. All right, here we go. Up first, we have patient number 1. DeathDealer. Take it away.
It all started when my family and I went out to a burger joint, and this guy, like, for whatever reason, on the other side of the restaurant, lost his stuff and started convulsing. So me, being a good Samaritan, went over to try and help this guy, right? And the SOB bit me, and it hasn't really stopped bleeding since. However, now, because of this, I'm having cold chills. My skin is getting pale and clammy. I'm having cravings for bloody meat. And of course, my vision's starting to really get blurry. And I am concerned about the colors of my skin, if you've noticed, and especially this thing going around my mouth. Do you have any advice? Do you have any idea what it could possibly be?
Oh wow, this one's a tough one. You know, you really have put me in a tough spot. You know, first of all, the last time I ate at Burger King, it kind of made me look like that. So I quit eating Burger King. You know, the place is pretty disgusting. So, you know, maybe switch it up, go to maybe Arby's or a Culver's.
It wasn't a it wasn't a Burger King. It was just a good burger joint. It was a local mom and pop burger joint that had their own butcher shop next door. So I thought it would be, you know, safe meat. But I'm really starting to second guess that choice.
Oh yes, okay. And it hasn't stopped bleeding.
No, this is like the 12th bandage I've had to, and as you see, it's bleeding through.
Right. So I would put extra layers on there. That stopped it even more. What else? Okay. So we got that. Now what else was happening? You got the paleness,
Pale skin, and I'm
pale
having
skin.
cold chills and a fever.
Well, you live in Florida, so the cold chills, that's good,
Yes,
right?
yes,
You don't, yeah. So you're fine
yeah.
with that. You're fine with that.
Yeah.
I'd put on the. You really got the doggy stumped here. What else did you have? You had eyes. Is the eyes too?
Look at my eyes. They're filming over.
Yeah, I know the
The
feeling of that.
cataracts.
Oh, the cataracts. Oh no, no. What you need some laser surgery there, or maybe some lipoflow surgery. I've had to do that. So well, you really got me. I'm not sure there's much I could do for you. You might actually be turning straight into a zombie, and you might just have to come live at Dr. Doggy's School of Zombie Arts. I mean, you might be past. How many days has this been going on?
4. I'm on day 4.
You've went.
So
way
you think
too far.
you think I've surpassed the zombie issue? You
Yeah.
think I'll be all right? You don't think I'll?
No, you're
fully-
you're never coming back. You're never coming back. You're with Zombie Zelda. And you never know. Maybe in 2 years, Axel will bring you back on the show like he did me. This guy doesn't ever bring anybody back, Yeah, no, you gotta quit eating at these cheap burger joints. Start eating more broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots and stuff like that. Eat healthy. That's what you get for going out to these crap food places, and then you meet up at these. Well, you're trying to save this moron. You should have just let him lay there. Whatever, was he choking on the food? You should have let him go.
Don't
You
know.
should have let the guy go. Just leave these people
After
alone.
he beat me, or after he bit me, of course, he didn't survive after
Yeah,
that.
you should have just went over there and laid the boots to him,
Nope.
and then just let him
Literally
die.
self-defense.
Let him die.
Hit the ground.
Let this be a life lesson here. Don't do that stuff anymore. Now you're stuck living at Dr. Doggy's zombie school. which isn't really that bad, but
I shall pack my bags and say goodbye to my family. I'll be
Yeah,
on
you
my
don't
way.
bring that Dreadpool. That guy. No. There's no help for him. We put him in like the.
I saw the 4 days of bleeding without dying. Sir, I am a woman. We do that every month for 7 days. Okay,
That is a
4 days
win.
ain't
Got me
nothing.
beat on that.
Wow.
Good.
If I'd have said that if I thought of it.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
Let's go ahead and open it for the chat. So there you go. So to recap, DeathDealer is
Oh my
diagnosed
God.
with.
That was amazing.
What is she diagnosed with? There,
I'm
Dr.
being
Dog?
diagnosed with.
She's diagnosed with going out to cheap burger joints and helping out these punks choking on food and later. Just like I said, just leave them alone, or if they're over there dying, just lay the boots to them. Don't give them a chance to bite you. Just put them out of their misery.
Do you think?
And the
do you
treatment
think it
is.
could be mad cow disease?
Matt,
Do you think it could be? You think it could be? You think his burger might have been tainted with mad cow disease? Just saying.
no, I think that's just old urban myth. I think the guy was. I think he was faking just so he could lay there and bite you. Is what I think. That's what these suckers do these days. Everybody's so
creeper.
selfish. They just want to steal your money or bite you on the arm. You know. Yeah, no, your last hope has come to Dr. Doggy's School of Zombies, and just live your life out the way it is.
I'm so relieved to hear that I hopefully won't get worse and that I shall somewhat survive, I guess.
Oh, you will survive. It will get better. I tell you, there's no better life than Dr. Doggy's School. We got all kinds of great
I could
things.
use
We got
the
great
vacation.
medications. You know, the medications,
Ooh.
they're worth the trip alone.
You got me at that. I'm there.
Yeah.
And I don't have to take care of people. I'm in.
No, don't take it.
I'm on my way. I'll pack the bags.
That's right. The medication pretty much takes care of it itself.
Okay. And of course, we'd like to open this up to the chat now. Does anyone in the chat have an element
your
for
elements.
Dr. Doggy to diagnose. Let's catch up with the chat right now. Extra layers, brilliant. That's right. Time Travel says she needs some eye drops.
Yes.
Some juice from Chrome Pony. Let's see. Time Travel goes, you are what you eat. Dr. Doggy broke his character. That's right. You're welcome. Oh my, DeathDealer's face is so vampire. There you go.
This is
Ed.
I do a vampire face very well.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that one for you guys another day when we do vampire games.
Yeah, we should. We should. And of course, RWK88 joins us. He says, hey, y'all. Hey, RWK88. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP.
For
And
sure.
joining us is Cozy Beluga. She says she kills puppies.
Damn it, Cozy.
Shout out to Cozy Beluga.
You know what? She even told me she was gonna do that too. She said, "I'm coming." She's like, "Send me the link so I can come watch you tonight." She's like, "And I'm definitely posted." Damn it, Cozy. You're not supposed to tell people. Not everybody knows I have a dog. I'm just kidding. I love my dog. He's treated like royalty wherever he is.
So Time Travel keeps going on about his feet. Ask Zelda, but you need to ask the doctor. Zelda has her own diagnosis to give.
What is this feet problem you got,
Yeah,
Titan?
let's hear about this feet problem, Nurse Zelda.
It's only a 3-hour show, Titan.
There you go. Guys, if you have any ailment that you want to ask the doctor about, go ahead and feel free. If not, we will move the show along. But, save it up for the next intermission, guys. Save it up. Save up your ideas. You're
We're
gonna
not
have
getting any feet?
2 more chances.
The
Yeah,
feet
you're going to have 2
from
more chances
Titan?
to ask the doctor.
I think you should just put him in the camera because I don't know how to describe him.
Ew. Don't. I will not.
What
put
you
that
got?
on the phone.
You got the fungus nails? Is that what you got?
Fun fact.
Axel said, ew.
I'm gonna derail it for a second. My grandmother's podiatrist told me one time that if you want to make a lot of money in the medical field, to go into podiatry, because our generation is definitely looking at having some jacked up feet from the shoes we wear all the time. So you're welcome, future generation. Go, Titan Jr., go into podiatry. There you go. You'll be rich.
Rich.
That and hearing aids, because the way we listen to things, we're gonna need a lot of hearing aids. So go with either one of those two. You're welcome, Ma. I just made your son a lot of money, hopefully.
Titan, without looking at your feet, I could probably guess what you got. Is you probably just got a bad case athlete's foot, right? So what you're gonna want to do is go try out for the Denver Broncos, right? And then you'll no longer be an athlete, so you won't have athlete's foot.
Wow. It says, imagine feet that look like Dealer's face and arms put together. Wow.
I feel kind of insulted at this point. Like, I know I'm a little horrified, but I just want to put this out there that even while I look like this, and I've looked much worse, guys still hit on me. So I'm feeling a little insulted here, okay?
Right. Guys still want to get bit.
Absolutely. I've had guys willing to sacrifice themselves.
Guys don't care about the bleeding sometimes.
I'm not.
I just heard it.
You're nasty.
Wow.
You're nasty. You're nasty.
You're nasty.
Dr. Dog is nasty. There you go. Shout out to Web Dave. He
And
joined us. Thank you
also
so much for
for
joining us.
$25
Web Dave,
this
you are the real
Dave.
MVP. Oh my God. Is it a doctor or an oral surgeon? You know, Dr. Doggy has a lot of degrees. He can be any kind of doctor you want.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So, Crazy
here's
Beluga
I
has
got
a
one.
condition. She says, Doctor, why does coffee make my heart feel funny? Am I allergic?
You know, I don't think anybody's allergic to coffee. It makes your heart feel funny, huh? How does it make your heart feel funny? Like, what does it do? Like, what's we... Because I drink coffee, but see, I drink, like, 2 pots of it, and then mine feels like it's racing too, and I get all crazy and stuff, so... I had a couple pots before the show. I just just keep going, you know? I just keep going like it's nothing. But how does it feel funny? What's funny?
Yeah, there you go. Funny. All right. What's funny? All right.
Yeah, what is funny?
So, haha,
Goes
Dr. Doggy
back
being nasty,
against-
but without his accent. And Ty Juggle Jr. says, oh my, the accent. Oop, there we go. She
There we
goes, go fast and slow. Am I turning into Sonic?
Yes.
Oh, a supersonic. I like that. Yeah. Supersonic.
If you drink enough coffee, you know, it's like collecting, it's the same thing as collecting the Chaos Emeralds.
Right, yeah, you turn into yellow supersonic, and you're good to go. That's that's good. That's kind of what I feel like when I drink too much coffee.
That's right. There you go. All right, let's move the show along, guys. That's going to do it for this intermission time. And let me get us back to how we were. There we go. Okay. Princess Zelda.
I forgot what we were talking about. He made me cry.
Doctors and
Time Juggle. I'll submit my
Are we
resume
on,
to the Broncos right now. I'll be starting wide receiver by the end of the week on that scrub team. No cure for my feet at the same time. Thanks, doctor. Oh, and a cure for my feet at the same time. Thanks, doctor. We love you.
Hey, yeah, no problem. You could probably you'd be wide receiver. Definitely, you could be the quarterback because that guy's a washed up stanker. That guy needs to go see a doctor. He needs to go see a doctor for his osteoporosis or whatever, little old lady.
Okay. Princess Zelda, what do you got for us? What is the next game?
No
I
more
just-
Broncos jokes, Axel. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I can take it.
I just have to digress to when he told her to add extra bandages, and he said, "Okay, so we got that." Like, that was my favorite part. Like, that's done. Give me a challenge next time. I love that part. All right, onward we go. So, I went with Dr. Nefarious from Ratchet and Clank. It took me a long time to realize. I actually had to look it up because I thought it was a fox for some reason, but it's Up Your Arsenal where we see Dr. Nefarious, and this is kind of like. It's a lot of shooting, but then some platforming, which I'm not very good at. But the characters are fun. The premise is fun. So Dr. Nefarious is trying to be just kill everything, really. And so we have our little friend that wants to be a celebrity and his little robot buddy. And how cute is that? I can't stand it. So it's just a cute, fun game. I think it's fantastic. And what a fantastic antagonist, Dr. Nefarious.
There you go. Let's see. Can we find Dr. Nefarious on here? He's
Oh.
usually like throughout the whole game, isn't he?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be hard not to find him. You'll get commercials, though. You'll
Right,
find
I'll get
commercials.
Yeah, instead of finding Dr. Nefarious, I'm going to find my next YouTube ad. DeathDealer. Ratchet and Clank with Dr. Nefarious. Is he a good doctor? Or a good pick for a doctor?
I haven't played this one, so I have no real comment other than it looks cool. If I remember it later, I might try and get it to play it.
Is Dr. Nefarious Ratchet and Clank, or is he Crash Bandicoot? I forget.
No, he's not in all of them. If this one is Up Your Arsenal, he should be throughout here. Yeah, and they have those weird weapons, so that's always fun.
So this one is actually rift apart. So you said Up Your Arsenal?
Yeah, I think that's where we first see him. I know he's not in all of them. He's in a couple of them.
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah,
Up
because I
Your
played
Arsenal.
Crash Bandicoot, but wait a minute.
I like that
I
name.
do know who you're talking about now that I think about it. Yes, he's the good doctor for the people he likes.
Which is he hates everything. Well,
That is what I'm saying. He's good at being
evil.
Yeah, give it a minute. Give it a minute here. 2 commercials. You know the drill now, guys. If you don't pay for YouTube Premium, you get 2 commercials of stuff I'm literally never gonna buy.
And now definitely won't buy.
Yeah. If you show me a commercial, if your stuff is advertised on YouTube, I can guarantee you I'm not buying it.
It seems to me a lot of them are just like pointless commercials for things that just don't interest the average person because they're like ridiculous. You know, like they're too expensive for what they even are half the time, in my experience. At least the ones I get.
I honestly don't even watch them. I just look it to the side till it says skip. Like I won't even watch it. I just watch the countdown and then I'm like, okay.
Same.
Yeah, I watch the
Yeah, I do
countdown
the same
more than I
thing.
watch the commercial.
Exactly.
That's certainly it. I don't know.
I-
Am I going to see Dr.
I
Nefarious?
love that name. Up your arsenal.
It's very
That's
clever,
cool.
isn't it? Catchy.
Yes.
We're just going to look at it here, and maybe we'll get Dr. Nefarious sometime here soon without getting a commercial, though I doubt it. But Doggy, Ratchet and Clank, Up Your Arsenal with Dr. Nefarious, and I don't know who that lady is.
Like I said, love the name of the game. I have actually, to be honest with you, because you know I'm always honest, because I am
Yes.
Dr. Doggy. I'm always honest. I bring it up front, personal, and honest. I've never played one Ratchet and Clank game. Never. So I cannot speak about Dr. Nefarious, even though that's a pretty cool name. I give it to him. I give him that. Not as cool as Dr. Doggy. But then again, what is?
Right? I'm also with Dr. Doggy here. I have never played a Ratchet and Clank game. Ever.
Oh,
Not
wow.
a single
I thought
one.
it was myself.
So I can't comment on anything. I can't comment on gameplay or anything other than what Princess Zelda said. It looks like he wants to be a movie star or something, or a celebrity.
Yeah, he's very narcissistic little. He's an alien.
He's a narcissistic alien.
Yeah.
All right. Let's check in with the chat. Let's see.
Mhm.
Cozy says, Up Your Arsenal is the best. And the Rockin' Trinity Warrior says, I've never played Ratchet and Clank, lol. I know who he is, of course, though. Yeah, even though I've never played Ratchet and Clank, I do know who Dr. Nefarious is. I have heard of him. So he is infamous, unlike our doctor. But that will change someday. That will change someday. Maybe one day Dr. Doggy will be as...
You bring me on more than twice, once every 2 years. Yeah. You bring me on for a zombie show and then like a spot for like 2 minutes in another show, and then you just blow me off, and then you act like you're me on the next Halloween show, which was a complete fail. Talk about being sick. That's what made me sick.
Okay. Well, that's nice. I'm just kidding.
But it is nice.
All right. Let's move along. DeathDealer, who is your next doctor?
Mine is not really a doctor so much as it has to do with some medical stuff. And I'm bringing it back to Resident Evil.
Yeah.
The original one. Because you got to go into the mansion and the tunnel. And obviously it starts off because a plague outbreaks from a lab, which would be considered hospital-ish and medical-ish. So I figured that went right along with the theme because it is essentially a giant outbreak of a virus. So, and of course, obviously, the series is still holding strong after all this time. So,
There you go. Resident Evil. Princess Zelda, Resident Evil.
These games are too much for me. They scare the bejeebies out of me, and I can't play them. I can't. I cannot. I've tried. I cannot do it.
Okay.
I got to admit, there have been a few of them that I've gotten frustrated with and didn't play for very long. Resident Evil 5 comes to mind. That dang village. That game made me so mad. So bad.
Okay. Dr. Doggy, Resident Evil.
Oh my gosh, it has been decades since I played Resident Evil. Yeah, I remember playing this way back in the day as a young doctor. But have not played any of like the remakes or whatever it's on here lately. But yes, great pick. How could you go wrong with Resident Evil? Even though I'm not a huge modern day Resident Evil fan, I did play these back in the day.
I have all three, Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, and then I gave it a break even though I heard Resident Evil 4 is fantastic and possibly the best one.
Mhm.
But I went with, and then I stopped. I should play the fourth one, but I went to 7. Biohazard. Wow, what a change! It went from zombies to basically just horror theme, which was amazing in my opinion, and it definitely needed a refresh. But I remember playing this stupid game with my friends. I remember I was we were just all hanging out, and they wanted me to play this game, and so I'm playing, and when the dumb dogs come through the window, my friends being my friends, they also busted in through the door like on cue, just like, and dogs come in at the same time, and I let out the girliest scream, ah! Because the game scared me and my friends scared me at the same time when those stupid dogs came busted through the window. Oh man. So yeah, good memories with Resident Evil. Definitely launched the franchise, made zombie games more than just shooters, and it's fantastic. The tank controls are something else. And yes, Cozy Beluga says it too here. The original Resident Evil was a challenging puzzle game. Yeah, exactly. And you needed to find the ribbons to save. You couldn't just save. I remember that. You had to find ribbons.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to find ribbons to save. So I remember that.
It's been forever. Yeah.
Fun fact, years ago, Halloween Universal Studios for Halloween Horror Nights, they did a Resident Evil house, and it was kind of a hot topic for a little while because people didn't know if they were going to do it based off the movies or the video games. Well, they ended up doing it off of the video games, and it was an amazing house. It really was. They did real well because they actually had like some of the monsters in some of the really good scenes in areas. It was really good. Very good. They've done Resident Evil houses since then, but they've been a little more geared towards the movies, I believe. But that was nice that they did that as a homage to the games. Made a lot of fans happy.
Awesome. I never knew that. Thank you, DeathDealer. Let's check in with the chat. Jago has a question for the doctor. Somebody read it.
Doctor, has your hair ever gotten in the way of surgery? If so, what did you do?
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't this hair. It was actually the hair. It was the hair down there. And you know how women have to have like a breast reduction? Well, I had to have a reduction down there, so they had to shave it off. You know what I'm saying? It was just getting a little too heavy to carry, so they had to shave that, so it got in the way. But it was took care of, and it's all good now.
Wow,
you're nasty.
That's a turn.
What just happened?
Wow! All right, there you go.
I was going to say, don't you guys have to wear hairnets? But never mind.
I mean, pants.
I see why I'm only on here every 2 years. Okay.
Wow. Okay, let's see. The camera angles were really bad back in the day on Resident Evil. They've gotten better over time. Absolutely, the over the shoulder for the win.
Absolutely.
And Time Drago has another question. Princess Zelda, read this one.
Doctor, how would you cure the nemesis from Resident Evil?
How would I cure the nemesis from Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Well, Doctor, he's always, first thing I do is down a jug of antifreeze. All right. Just why not, right? I say to do it. And then I'm going to go down to the Dollar Tree and get some Capri Sun, right? And I'm going to spray him with it. And then I'm going to go get that guy from the burger joint, the big death dealer, and have him bite him. And it'll all work out. Put all that together, and I had to take care of Nemesis.
He is a genius. I would never have thought to do that. A genius.
Yes, you don't doubt me. Just do what I say.
It might work since I have partial immunity. It could work. It could work.
There you go. Good work.
Genius.
Could work. I wonder if I have super strength now.
To be in the presence of this genius, thank you, doctor. Thank you.
Oh, hey, I'm just happy to spread the genius. I'm glad to spread it. You guys take it in. I know everybody is absorbing it, except for Axel, who can't absorb any kind of genius whatsoever.
Oh, wow.
Wow. All right. Let's see. Oh my, LOL says the Rocket Trinity Warrior.
Wow.
And Giant Juggle says, why didn't I think of that? Okay, Dr. Doggy.
Oh,
What is the game you want to talk about?
Is it my turn already? Oh.
Yes.
yes.
All right, well, I'm going to talk about a doctor who went from being a plumber to a doctor as none other than the great Dr. Mario. You know, I mean, I really love this game. It was released simultaneously on the NES and the Game Boy back in 1990. You know, as a young doctor, I loved it, you know. You know, of course, it's kind of a Tetris type of game. You got to throw these pills. You got to throw them down in there. You can't take them. You got to throw them down in the bottle and match up the colors, of course, and take out the viruses and clear out the whole thing. You guys know the routine. You know, get 4 colors in a row, clear out the jar. Don't let it fill up to the top, or you lose. You know, addictive fun. It had an infectious soundtrack.
Yes.
The only thing that would be more fun than playing this game is taking the pills. 'Cause, you know, that's always fun, you know. But yeah, I do believe this game's been ported or remade or had a sequel on every Nintendo home console since it's been made. So that just shows how great it was. So instead of being a butt crack showing plumber, it pays to be a doctor.
Amazing. Princess Zelda, Dr. Mario.
Another fantastic pick by the Dougie. I played this not too long ago, but truth be told, I can't get that surgery image out of my head, so that's all I got.
DeathDealer.
I've played it. It is a good game. I haven't played it in years. I loved that game, though. It was a fun game. It was similar to Tetris. So, I mean, how could you not like it? Because, you know, on one of the other shows, I did mention Tetris was one of my favorite games. And yeah, I love it for a multitude of reasons. It's how I can pack massive quantities of junk into small spaces.
Good point. Yeah.
It works out great, especially when you're packing.
There you go.
Excellent.
Dr. Mario, what an iconic game, really. You can play it right now on the Switch if you have Nintendo Switch online. But yeah, Doctor, when this came out, one of the greats. It reminded me a lot of Columns because it has Columns like gameplay. But it just Nintendo-fied it just enough, if you will, to be its own thing. So yeah, Dr. Mario. Go ahead, Princess Zelda.
I was like, I can actually hear the music to this, even though you're not playing it, because the music's so iconic.
Right. It's in it.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't even have to play it. Like in my head, I can hear it.
Infectious.
That little low, that little bass. Yeah, I remember that.
I love that music.
I love it too. All right, let's check in with the chat real quick. Oh yeah, DeathDealer. DeathDealer wants to shout people out.
Yeah, so I also want to shout out to our people lurking in the background. I didn't finish it because anyways, we do appreciate you. I did talk to someone who was like, I watch all your shows and I never write anything, but we appreciate you even lurking in the background. So
Definitely.
thank you.
Absolutely. You guys are all the real MVP.
You know what we should do? We should take a second and let her talk about her show, that her great show
go ahead.
that she does
Take
with the lovely
seconds here
lady
to talk about your show.
Yes. Please.
Yeah, actually, a couple of my ladies have been in here tonight. Miss Cozy Beluga is one of my panel members. We do Majestic Mayhem on Sunday nights at 9:00 Eastern Time. We discuss all things pretty much pop culture, anything we feel like discussing, movies, TV shows, video games, whatever we might be doing at the time. Also, as it gets closer to October, I'll be going over some of the things that I do with my haunted house and the makeup and all
Ooh,
that goes
that's so
into it,
cool.
Yeah.
which I might, if I can convince Mr. Axel, I might slip some of that in since I'm going to be missing some shows. I might just send y'all some videos so that way you can still see my terrifying face.
Please,
even
I
please
though
love
I'm
do.
not
it.
We
here.
would love a
Please do.
weekly message. Yeah.
She should do a video and then we should try to do the tutorial and see how we turn out.
That'd be so
That'd be
fun.
great.
Yeah.
It'd be great. Yeah.
So it's Sundays
And
now?
I
No
have
more Saturday. It's permanently on
That was
Sunday.
no more
oh, it's
Saturdays.
no more Saturday. Okay.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
permanently
Yeah, no more
Sundays. Okay.
Saturdays. We were thinking of going back to Saturdays, but after some discussions and things, we figured it'd be best for Sundays. That way we're not fighting with a bunch of other people for their time and it makes sense. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll still pull in the people. Hopefully they'll still want to spend time with
For
us.
sure. For sure. Yeah.
course
No,
we
I'm glad
will.
we
Of course
I'm glad
we
we
will.
brought that up just for no other reason than
Yeah.
even just for that, So but no,
Yeah.
show's
Doggy, what are you
great.
doing? Get out of here. Dr. Dog is supposed to be in here.
Oh yeah, tune into the show. It's great. If you don't, you're gonna come down with a major illness, and then you're gonna have me taking care of you. And actually, that's pretty cool. Actually, cool. But tune into the show anyway. Tune into the show. Dr. Doggy's always
Yeah.
there.
And if you're ever curious on where to find me, if you go on my Twitter, which I have the same name on here as Twitter or X or whatever they call it now, I always announce things that I'm doing on there. So you can always get your information and always interact with me. It's fun. Just like everybody else here. We all have Twitter. So feel free to follow all of us. We're all entertaining.
Absolutely.
That's right. All right, let's see. Back from the Dead says, better to be a butt crack showing plumber than a blue spiky haired hedgehog. How dare you, sir?
I don't know about that. Sonic's pretty cool. I mean, I love me some Mario, but Sonic's got the speed
right. He's got
and
the
the
speed.
money. I'm just saying. But then again, Mario's got money too. I don't know. I can't decide on that one. I'm gonna need a little more thought.
I'm definitely going with Sonic because I love chili dogs too.
Dr. Doggy hits a nerve right there on the back.
That's right. Let's see. Shout out to HTK360 for joining us.
Howdy.
Thank you so much for joining us, HTK360. You are the real MVP.
Absolutely.
Princess Zelda,
Mhm.
would you rather have Death Dealer's eyes
Mhm.
or his feet?
So I was thinking, like, you can't amputate a head. So I'm going to go with her eyes.
There you go.
Mine come out.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving the show right along, guys. So my next game that I'm going to do here. Oh, I did. Did I type it in
Oh,
already?
I have to go get me a barf bucket real quick.
I don't think I did. Okay, sorry.
Are you okay?
Who, me?
A doggy.
Oh no, it's just Axel's game getting ready to come
Oh.
up. I need a barf bucket.
Oh no! Don't barf bucket it.
Yeah, I'm about
Doctor.
to get sick.
This game is epic. So gameplay by MJ. Shout out to MJ. This game is called 2 Point Hospital. It was on Game Pass for a while, and which is how I played it. And of course, 2 Point Campus came, and so 2 Point is this whole series of like building management games. So the point of this game is to build a hospital to treat ailments and to keep morale high, hire doctors, train them so they can train more diseases and all kinds of stuff. And it's so funny because the patients come in with symptoms like, oh, I'm lightheaded. And the patients who have lightheadedness come in with a light bulb as a head.
Oh, that's fun.
They say like, oh, I have a pandemic, and they come in wearing pans on their head. Some of them have a disease called Mockstar, where they basically come in my opinion, they come in as Freddie Mercury impersonators. And some of them have animal magnetism, which is just having a bunch of like cats and stuff attached to them. It's so awesome. Oh my gosh, something just happened. So yeah. And so you go through different areas, building up these hospital facilities to house so many patients and to treat them. There's one with like a clown. I forget what the clown element was, but yeah. This game, even though it's a hospital, it doesn't take itself seriously at all. It's mostly about the management, about the treatment of patients. And it is a fantastic, fantastic sim game, in my opinion, where you just manage a hospital. I mean, that's all you're doing is managing a hospital, and I think it's amazing. So yeah, the 2-point games, the 2-point hospital, one of the best hospital doctor games ever. And you know what, Dr. Doggy could definitely get a job there. But Princess Zelda, what do you think? 2-point hospital.
I never heard of it, but I don't think I would enjoy, that spending time there.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Titan Drago got it right here. The broken funny bone for the clowns. I don't remember either. Yeah. They had broken funny bones, and they were like sad clowns. It was so funny.
Aw.
DeathDealer.
Yes. I actually have not played this game. I just recently heard about it when I was looking up some games. So I unfortunately missed this one. I don't think I'd really be interested in playing it though, because I personally try not to spend as much time as possible in hospitals unless I have to. I'm the designated person who has to take everybody else to the hospital and sit with them. So playing a game where I got to play in the hospital, I'm going to pass on that one. Thank you.
I'm with you,
though.
girl.
Dr. Doggy, 2-point hospital. This looks like your employment.
Right, I've heard of this game. Never really interested in trying it, I've got my own hospital I've got to take care of and run, all these patients I already take care of, I'm got too much stuff on my hand. There's absolutely no point in me playing this game. That's why they should call it No Point Hospital. Absolutely no point to playing this game whatsoever.
Okay. Wow. Dr. Doggy, he's a tough cookie to crack this week.
Right.
Okay, let's check in with the chat real quick. Let's see. Scrolling up. There you go. Just look at them flowers. DeathDealer will be over quickly. Shout out to Jago Cookin. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP.
Jago, what's up?
I know exactly where that reference is from. Well played, sir. Well played.
And Titan Drago is with me here. He says, oh yeah, 2-point games are awesome. Yes, I love the 2-point games. Cozy Beluga is also with me here. She says it's very fun. Yes, thank you so much for jumping in on this. And Jago Cookin says, love the zombie look, DeathDealer. He loves it. Loves it.
Thank you.
She's got the elements. She's got the elements from getting bit by the guy at the burger joint.
Yeah.
They learned everything they know from Dr. Doggy.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. And let's see.
Still bleeding.
No Point Hospital from Diego Kukin.
No point.
Right there. Let's see. Let me see. Anything else? I don't think so. All right. But with all that being said, Dr. Doggy, guess what time it is?
Oh, it's time once again. The one that Dr. Doggy is going to learn you how to get rid of some of these ailments. It's intermission time with the great nurse, Zelda.
Woo-hoo.
Thanks, Doctor. It's always good to have you here. Our game tonight is Ask the Doctor. We're sick and we need help. He's here to help us. Thanks, Dr. Doggy.
Thank you, Nurse Zelda.
I love the accent. Oh my
Appreciate
God, I love it. Okay, so I'm next. Doctor, you gotta help me. I've been coming down with some symptoms.
All right, what you
coming down
got,
with some
Axel?
symptoms.
What's your symptoms here? These could be tough.
I have this uncontrollable desire to play a wannabe game, a game that is not really a game. And every time something bad happens in the game, I yell something towards my teammates really loud, so loud that other podcasters can hear me. Right? And I never take responsibility for just being trash at this game. Right? And then, right? Princess Zelda, and then, sorry, Princess Zelda. And then,
What?
it was sorry, I'm talking to both Doctor and Nurse Zelda. And then it was an anniversary, and instead of buying my wife something nice, I decided to buy her gems,
Ooh.
thinking she would love gems.
She
But
sounds
instead
lucky.
of them being for her, they were for me and my game. I had to use the gems, right? And to make matters even worse, it's football season, Dr. Doggy. And instead of loving my beloved Broncos, I'm over here loving some ladies with mustaches, right? some lady with braids, golden braids on their side and mustaches on them, calling themselves the Vikings, right? And just, I don't know if I should continue playing this game where I pretend to be a god. And when I am doing good, I yell out stupid stuff like, I'm a beast. And I don't know why I do that, Dr. Doggy. Can you help me out?
Okay, well, that was a lot to take in right there. It sounds like you've been playing a little too much Smite, is what it sounds like to me. Sounds like you've been playing too much Smite, which, of course, playing too much Smite would mean that you turn the game on just at all. Just firing up the game of Smite is too much Smite.
I agree.
As you can see right there, example number 1, Exhibit A. You say you've been ignoring your wife?
Yeah. Well,
Why
it was our anniversary, Dr. Doggy, and I thought she would love some gems. But I didn't buy her real gems. I bought her in-game currency gems.
Right. That's, what you need to do is go out to your local Walmart and buy your sleeping bag. Go sleep your ass outside where you belong. You're not even getting the couch. Not at all. You're outside under the stars. You're not getting no starter field either. You just go out there. You lay there in that sleeping bag. Think about what you did. In fact, DeathDealer, what was the name of that burger joint you went to?
There's Bill's Burgers in the middle of nowhere.
Well, you go to Bill's Burgers in the middle of nowhere. You find that guy that's still laying on the ground and having bites on your butt cheeks. And then you go lay in your sleeping bag and think about what you did. And then when you wake up in the morning, let's see, what should you do when you wake up in the morning? You're not going back inside the house, okay? I think what you need to do is... I should days maybe play some 2-point hospital. That'd be pretty bad on you. You know what you should do? No. You go down to your local Starbucks, right? And you get you a dark coffee, right? And then you take it and you pour it. You pour it in your butt. Because that's where it needs to go. Because you deserve something hot in your butt for doing something so awful. And then.
So I feel like you're prescribing punishments instead of a cure, Dr. Doggy. I need a cure for this disease.
Oh, well, it's actually, I really don't care if it cures you, man. I'm just trying to punish you. You know what I'm saying? You come into my office. I didn't even want you in the waiting room, much less sitting here in my office. You're probably already raging with diseases anyway. Man, we've already went over the whole Broncos thing. I mean, something's obviously wrong with you. Something's obviously wrong with the brain. Something's already took over your whole manhood. There's probably not even none of that left, So, yeah. So what else? What other elements did you have it? So, like, what else did you do?
Oh, yeah. Instead of cheering for my beloved Broncos, I'm over here cheering for some ladies with mustaches.
Oh, you're
calling
Vikings.
themselves the Vikings.
Yeah, you're a Vikings fan.
Now, all of a sudden, it doesn't feel right. It feels wrong on so many levels.
Right. That's about as worse. That's about worse than the Broncos. We're getting in some bad territory here. Where the Chicago Bears, the Vikings, the Broncos, they're all just a big heap of crap. In fact, get you a big spoon and eat you a big old helping of that crap. Right, better off that way. No, Axel, you know what you really need to do is you need to get up and get the hell out of my office right now.
There you go. thanks. I think Dr. Doggy.
Yeah, you're
All right,
not,
and
you're not
again,
even
guys-
getting no prescriptions. You're not getting nothing. I'm not giving you no medicines to make you feel better. I just feel better now that you're gone out of my office. Nurse Zelda.
Yeah,
show him the
doctor.
door- Show him the door and make sure it hits him on the butt on the way out.
You got it, Doc.
There you go.
I love it. Again, guys, let's open this up to the chat. Chat, if you have any ailments that you would like the doctor to diagnose and possibly treat, let us know in the chat. Let's check in with the chat.
Yeah.
Nurse Zelda,
Yeah.
let's check in with the chat. What does the chat say?
I don't know what you're talking about. Love that accent, Princess Zelda. You sound like Janine Melnitz from Ghostbusters.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
that's a good.
I didn't even
that's
think
a
of
good
that.
hitter right there.
Now that they say that, I hear
That's
it.
right.
But I feel you, Axel. Let's all support Axel.
There you go.
Oh no. Axel has anal bifida.
That's where the Starbucks
Bifida.
coffee.
Anal
That's
bifida.
where the Starbucks
Anal
coffee
bifida.
comes
I just got it.
in. Add some cream to that coffee, actually. You know, not a dark coffee. Put a little cream in there. There you go.
Oh my god.
Too
Back
much
from the
smoke
dead.
is downloading the game.
Too much money. Yeah.
W Vikings. Is that win? Win?
Yeah. W Vikings, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hold on, hold on.
Yeah,
Let's
be for the
see, let's see.
Viking. Who does the Vikings play the first week? Who did they play?
Nobody cares.
Yeah, I don't care. I was just gonna see if they.
I
get a
know
win,
this
but
one.
they're gonna lose.
I forgot.
If they're playing the Bears, though, they win.
I'm ashamed of you all for not nurturing Axel's problem. Come on. He obviously needs help.
Oh yes, he does. Oh yes, he does. But he's beyond my help, which is pretty sad.
Oh my goodness. And last but not least,
Criminy.
anybody have any diseases you would like
Yeah,
Dr.
bring on
Doggy?
your ailments. Bring on your ailments. You know, I'm gonna help you out. You could tell. You know, I've been so helpful for so many people already tonight.
Yeah. But
I can't believe
we'll
none of
give
you
the chat
want
a
to
little
hear
bit.
my ailments.
Dr. Doggy, I have a follow-up symptoms. What should I take if I'm experiencing upset stomach, heartburn, nausea, and diarrhea?
Upset stomach, heartburn, indigestion, diarrhea.
Yep.
You know, many would say you take, you know, that's that stupid Pepto-Bismol commercial, you know? And that stuff sucks. You guys ever took that when you had a heartburn, upset stomach, indigestion, nausea, diarrhea? You ever took that? That stuff sucks, man. If anything, that does stuff make you want to throw up, right? You know what I would take?
What?
I'd take a long walk down the street. Find a woman walking the dog and eat you a big old dog turd. Axel, that's what you need. It's a big dog turd. What is this? What is
Wow.
this picture? What is...
What do we got going on here?
Well, hello.
No voice?
He doesn't
No
talk.
talking.
Who is this?
Oh, it's a head.
out
It's
in the
a
sun
statue head, or is it a mask?
It's been out in the sun too long.
I've been out in the sun too long. Can you help me with my redness?
You know, at this point, I think there's no helping that. You could just... Why? What I want to know first is how come, like, you only got patches of the red? What's up with the real dark parts? Like, wow, how come those didn't
I only
turn
put
red?
sunscreen in some spots.
Okay. Well, what I would do is just quit
Put some
putting
aloe vera on it,
sunspots. Yeah, quit putting the sunblock on the dark spots and just go out there and let the whole thing turn red and just call it a hell with it.
Thanks,
Oh, the
Doc.
hell with it.
That is great advice. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Bye now.
That's not a bad complexion, really. I kind of like that red. You know?
Yeah, that was great. Princess Zelda, Doctor has some more messages.
Hey, Seuss.
Hey, Suze. Yeah, he visited me once. I helped him out.
I helped him out. What did he come with you bleeding from the head, arms, and feet, and side of his chest, or what?
No, he was part of that reduction surgery I had.
Oh my. Princess Zelda.
Pepto is just for dyeing your diarrhea pink.
Right, that stuff don't do nothing. So
Don't do
instead,
nothing.
you may as well just go get you something to eat and just blast it through you, and eventually it's just gonna stop. Time is better than Pepto.
Time is precious,
Tide?
Doctor.
That's
Wait,
right.
what?
Tide.
Tide, yeah, there you go, Tide. Drink you some Tide Pods. You know, the kids are doing it these days. That's a good idea. It's a Tide Pod.
No way.
You let me know
No
how that
way.
goes, Axel. You go try. In fact, here, we'll pause the show. Go get you a Tide Pod, and let me know by the end of the show if you feel better.
I won't do that, but okay.
Hey, doctor's orders. You don't want to listen, you know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need a second opinion.
I can
All right,
give
guys,
you
that's
that.
gonna
I
do
can
it for
give you
this
that too.
intermission time. Thank you so much to our esteemed doctor for nothing. I'm still sick. I'm still sick with Titan Dragonitis, and he won't help me. So there we go. But let's move the show right along.
You know, if you fire up Smite, that's you knew that going in. You fire up that game, like Bach even said. Just downloading that's bad enough. You know that going in. That's just how it's gonna be. It's gonna come out the same way it went in.
Yeah, by the way, a message here from all of us. We at Iconic Video Games Podcast do not condone eating Tide Pods.
Unless you're actually
Disclaimer.
yes.
That's right. Super disclaimer.
We
Thank you so
don't
much.
recommend eating laundry detergent of any kind.
No.
This includes borax, since that seems to be a new thing. The laundry detergent borax. Please don't.
I don't even.
People
No.
eat borax.
Yeah, it's happening.
What is it,
This is the
Lorax?
second
Like Dr.
time the
Seuss?
last few. No,
Borax.
like no, like
Borax.
there's
yeah.
a box detergent called borax, and it helps like really clean your clothes and things. It's kind of more of a harsher,
Mm,
but it's got like
I put that in with my
salt
towels
and
and stuff.
some other things, minerals and things in it, and it's good for clothing. But it's not recommended for eating. And apparently people are mixing small doses of it into their water every day and drinking it in the hopes that it's going to detoxify them or something. Because I guess your kidneys don't do that already. I don't quite know, but
Oh my
I'm
god,
just gonna let Darwinism take over and let it happen.
that sounds worse than all these.
That's
yeah,
what I've always
that's-
thought was just let Darwinism take over. It'll sort itself out. What is it? What they say in Jurassic Park? Life finds a way. Okay, so there you go.
That stuff's just. Oh, I don't see how
Yes.
anybody could like ingest that. Oh,
No way.
but there
Okay.
you go, Axel.
Yes.
There you go.
Princess Zelda, what is your
Hi.
next game?
Okay. Oh, yes. I chose the infamous Dr. Crane. I love the Scarecrow. His story is fantastic. So he was bullied as a kid. And so then when he grew up, he became a psychologist and he exploits people's fears. So he has that gas that where he actually knows their phobias. So that way he can make them miserable. He's just such a fantastically creepy character. He's hard not to choose.
Wow. Absolutely. DeathDealer's gone. Dr. Doggy.
I'm here.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Never mind, Dr. Doggy. DeathDealer.
Yes.
Dr.
Yes.
Crane, Scarecrow.
Which game is this? I'm sorry.
The
I split
Batman
for a
games.
minute.
He's a Batman villain.
Yes. I have played some of the Batman games. Again, I haven't played all of them. I'm not sure if I'm really familiar with this particular one or not. But most of the Batman games are all good, so I say good choice.
Thank you.
That's my opinion.
Dr. Doggy, now your turn. Dr. Crane, your colleague.
Dr. Crane, the Scarecrow guy, man, I'd be honest, I'm not much of a DC comic guy, any of that good stuff, you know. I do want to say something about the chat. Okay. Jiggle. Now, okay, you say, or baking chicken with NyQuil. Like, okay, so are you basting the chicken in the NyQuil? Or are you drinking like a bottle of NyQuil and then baking the chicken? You know, like, and then the chicken, you fall asleep and then it catches on fire and the house burns down, you know, like, which is it? Some NyQuil chicken, basted chicken, that doesn't sound too bad.
Hard pass.
Hard pass. Yeah. What are the flavors? Cherry or grape chicken? Seriously.
Yeah.
The
Green licorice.
That green NyQuil.
Green
Mwah.
menthol chicken? Oh my gosh.
Menthol chicken.
Oh,
Wow.
oh.
No.
It is a hit at parties.
DeathDealer, what does this recipe get? No. DeathDealer, hello?
I'm sorry. What does the source of what
What
get?
does this recipe get? This NyQuil chicken recipe.
That's nasty. Very nasty. Absolutely nasty. I can't. Yeah, no. NyQuil in itself is nasty.
So ill.
Why would you do that to food unless you're absolutely nasty? You're nasty. It's just nasty.
Yeah, I agree. Totally gross.
There are easier ways to knock your family out by drugging a turkey than putting nasty NyQuil into it. I mean, come on now.
Yeah,
Let's just be honest. I'm kidding. I do not condone drugging family members, even if it makes your life easier for Thanksgiving.
You guys are gonna get me canceled.
Say a lot of
I
disclaimers.
said I don't condone
A lot of
it.
disclaimers this episode.
He said,
Right, a lot of disclaimers.
Jago says it was a TikTok thing where people were
Yeah, I do remember
trend that
hearing
people
about it.
actually
The
baking
Yeah,
chicken
people-
in NyQuil a while back.
People were doing that. Yeah.
That-
There was actually a warning from I think the CDC or the
Why would
FDA
you
telling
do
people
that?
not to do it. It's like
Again,
how-
no
how
need. No need. Just let Darwinism take its natural
But
course.
the thing is it's not fair to the people that don't know they've doused it in NyQuil. I mean, I'm sure I would
How do you
hope
not
you
know
would
that
notice
stuff
the
is
nasty
so gross?
taste.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
But
Just go get you some
I would-
chicken nuggets from McDonald's and then take a couple NyQuil gel caps
I'm gonna be
or something,
honest.
you know?
If I went to somebody's house that made a turkey and doused it in NyQuil, I would absolutely press charges against them for involuntary drugging because that's just nasty.
That's
There's something wrong with you.
ugh.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I guess that's what Dr. Doggy had to say about the Scarecrow.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. I'm not Dr. Doggy is not a well of knowledge for the DC comics.
Okay, so
Sorry.
I love Batman. Obviously, he's my favorite superhero. Scarecrow was his first villain, so he is iconic, and he stayed relevant all these years through all that time. And so, shout out to Princess Zelda for picking something from one of my favorite comics of all time. The Scarecrow is really really interesting because he's not really strong. He's more he doesn't have superpowers. He's just more of a psychological factor, like get over your fears, tortures people and enjoys it, but he just enjoys it, but his whole goal is to try to get Batman to face his fears, which always revolve around his parents, or in this case in Arkham Asylum, into turning into the Joker is his fear. So yeah, it would be a big fear if one of them was to turn into your opposite. So that would be something interesting to do. Great pick.
I have to say, Scarecrow is probably one of my favorite
Mhm.
villains from the Batman universe because he does use psychological warfare. I like to use it too in my houses.
So maniacal.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Amazing. Princess Zelda, amazing pick.
great pick.
Let's check it with the chat. Let's see. We're gonna skip the weird Jago ones now.
Oh no. Oh no.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's a
Dreadful
legitimate
woke
one
up.
from Jago.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Did nobody pick Dr. Chakwak from Mass Effect? I have not played Mass Effect, sir. Has anybody
Dr.
here played
Doggy
Mass
has
Effect?
not played the Mass Effect. That's
Anybody?
me,
Yeah,
me
I'm
problem.
sorry. I haven't played Mass Effect either. At least I don't think I have.
Yeah, there you go. Nobody. So, no, nobody picked her. And yes, I know it's a her, but yeah. Shout out to Splendiferous. Thank you so much for joining us, Splendiferous. You are the real MVP. We appreciate you.
Hey!
And just a reminder, get those ailments. If you got those ailments, we got one more intermission. Dr. Doggy's here, and then of course he won't be on for another 2 years because Axel is a bum. So, get him in the waiting room. You are in the waiting room.
Yes.
Nurse Zelda will call
see
you in.
soon.
Yes, she will call you in, take your blood pressure, and it's guaranteed going to be higher when you leave after I get done with you.
Thank you so much for joining us, Splendiferous. You are the real MVP. Let's see what else we got here. We got Silent Cypher joining us. Shout out to Silent Cypher. Cypher, thank you so much for joining us. You are the real
thank you.
MVP.
Thank you.
Shout out to Dreadpool for joining us. He is the real MVP, and Dreadpool did an unboxing today. You guys should all check it out on his YouTube channel after the show. Let's see. Silent Cypher says, Nurse Zelda, Silent Cypher has an ailment.
Doctor, I'm spending lots of time in Starfield. It's a problem. Help.
Actually, I got to tell you, that's no problem at all. That right there is perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. I'm not gonna. If anything, I'm just gonna tell you, enjoy it. Take that in. Enjoy this game of degeneration. There is nothing wrong. If you want to sit in front of your TV for the next 24 hours and play Starfield, you're perfectly normal. That's what I want to do. I've been enjoying it. There's nothing wrong with you whatsoever. So, I'm
Always
sorry.
great
I can't
advice.
give you a prescription. I can't give you
There
a
you go.
prescription for that.
Great advice, Doctor.
Let's see. Who are we up to? DeathDealer, what is your third game?
My third game is Plague Inc.
Did you just grab an axe?
Why? Actually, it was given to me since Dreadpool woke up. I got to make sure he doesn't try and, take me out. So Tiny Giant was kind enough to hand me my own weapon in case he tries to come at me.
All right. Plague Inc.
But Plague Inc., you essentially create a virus with the object of spreading it across the world and committing mass. Well, you want to end up trying to kill everybody
Mass
at the end is
genocide.
exactly what the point of the game. Yeah, mass genocide across the board. It's a fun strategic game because you can mutate the viruses as you go along to make it easier spreadable. But also you have to be careful because some of the things you can do can also make the virus weaker and make it harder to pass to the next person, so it won't spread as easily. And they also, because you are playing against what essentially is the rest of the world, they do have places that try to make vaccines and treatments and things to keep the people. So again, you have to continue mutating it. And all in all, it's a fun strategic game. It's definitely worth playing to kill some time. I mean, I love playing it. And there was at one point a version that you could play on your phone. And that was my favorite because you could sit anywhere and do it. And that particular version still ran even when you weren't on. It would continue taking over. So when you got back on, you could continue where you left off pretty much. So, but it's a fun game. I recommend it. I think it's great. And of course, it has something to do with medical stuff. So I thought it fit
Medical
perfectly.
games.
Yes.
Princess Zelda.
And who doesn't want to start an apocalypse without any real repercussions? Come on.
Plague Inc.
Yeah, I am familiar with this game. I couldn't play it. I struggled with the premise.
Couldn't do it. Dr. Doggy, this looks like your handiwork.
Yeah, what was this game? I was talking with this awesome chat, the waiting room out here. There's just full of these awesome people out here in the waiting room. They talking to me about all these cool stuff. So what was the name of this game? I do not believe I played it.
Plague
was
Inc.
Plague Inc. No,
Yeah.
I don't believe I played this.
There was, like I said, there was a version, and I believe it was just called Plague, and it was a phone app. It was essentially the same premise, but they ended up taking it off of the mobile devices
Wait a minute.
around shortly before the plague that happened shall not be named.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there you go. Yeah.
Yep.
But luckily they didn't get rid of the council game, so you can still get these and play these.
What system was this for?
For almost everything.
Yeah, I thought it was on
Xbox
phones.
One.
It's
What
on
generation?
iPhone.
I think it was back on the Wii too. I mean, it's an older
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, so, yeah. Maybe I did play this.
Yeah.
Maybe it kind of looks familiar now that.
Yeah.
But can't
Like-
speak. Can't speak out.
Plague Inc. I played the board version of this and not the video game version. And it's harder to win than you think. Because right now it looks good, right? But yeah, I mean, it's definitely different. That's for sure. And I know that it peaked in popularity during a certain during the year 2020 for a very specific reason, because people were interested in how these things spread, I think. So they wanted to play a game that kind of simulated it. And so, yeah, I do like it. I do like Plague Inc. Thank you so much for bringing it up. Such a good game. Let's check in with the iconic chat real quick. Let's see. Silent Zephyr says, Nurse Zelda, solid Fran Drescher impersonation.
The
Yes.
nanny.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Uncanny,
Thank
yes.
you.
Silent Cypher says Plague Inc. is so good. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Let's see. I saw another Plague Inc. one. There we go. Time Drago says, I mastered that game. Infect everyone first, take away all the symptoms when they appear. Then when 98% is infected, start evolving to deadly symptoms. There you go. There's the strategy.
Good point.
Bro.
Yeah, that is a good strategy to
Titan
do.
Drago. I never did that strategy, but because I don't know. I just never did. So Princess Zelda, you couldn't do it, huh?
And he would be like, everybody's dead. I'm like, good job, honey.
Good job.
Good one.
That's so great.
Wow.
Well, it takes away the guilt. I mean, hey.
Yeah.
It was so funny. I read this tweet one time. It was like it was, you push a button and you get like $100,000, but someone in the world randomly dies. What would you do? And I wrote on there, this whole planet would be Thanos snapped. That's how many times I would push that button to save. So yeah, I totally, I'm right there with you, Drago. I'm right there with you. Yeah. Dr. Doggy, you ready?
I'm always ready.
All right. What is your game that you want to talk to us about?
All right, I got to go with another great doctor. So I couldn't come up with these games that were doctor games. I went with more of the doctor, because I'm a doctor, So I just wanted to bring up, some doctors. He might not be as great as me, but they were great in video games, which video games are great. I'm great. The chat's great. Nurse Zelda's great. DeathDealer's great. Axel, he's not great. But we know all that. We know that, so we're going on. All right. So I'm going to go with Dr. Evil Eggman Robotnik. You right, man. Y'all know who I'm talking about, all right? And this guy, he was actually in the running he was actually in the running to be the next Sega mascot, you know, before Sonic.
Mm.
Did you know? Did you know?
I did not.
No, yeah, he was in the running, and then they came up with Sonic. They came up with Sonic, and then they were actually thinking about making Robotnik, or Eggman, if you will, in Japan, a sidekick. But then they thought, no, this guy's so great. He's so great. Let's make him the main antagonist, you know? Let's make him the dastardly, the maniacal, the evil, narcissistic. What does that sound like, man? That's me. Is that me? No. The mad
sounds exactly
scientist,
like you.
yeah.
Now we know who
Well-
you modeled your personality after.
Yeah. You know, he wants to take over the world at all costs. You know what I'm saying? You know, and make it his own. You know, so and you know, in the early games, you know, what's great about him is at the end of each of these zones, you would meet up with Robotnik, Eggman, if you will, but Robotnik here in the States. You know, you'd meet up with him, and he'd have one of his crazy self-made contraptions, one of his vehicles. He'd be piloting that. You know, and that stuff is cool about him. And he appeared in he's pretty much been in any Sonic game since '91. There might be a few, or maybe he's missed, you know, I'm sure, you know. But yeah, about his name, you know, what he says, Eggman. He was always Eggman in Japan. He was Dr. Robotnik until Sonic Adventure in '99. And then they started calling him Eggman, was like his nickname. Right, you know what I'm saying? And then like Eggman was his nickname and Robotnik's last name, but you know, just kind of a little history about our guy, you know what I'm saying? And then if you play Sonic Frontiers, which a lot of you haven't, and shame on you for that! Shame on you if you have not played Sonic Frontiers, but that delves a little bit deeper into the whole deal there. So you should do that. But yes, with his ovate egg-shaped body, with his red, black, and yellow clothes, with that awesome beard and that bald head and those sunglasses. Without a doubt, he is one of the most recognizable, one of the most known, one of the most feared villains in gaming history. And also, you can't forget about his game, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. All right? You can't forget about that. But yeah, and also, Jim Carrey, you were awesome. You played a great Dr. Robotnik, Dr. Eggman in those movies. You were awesome, you know. I love the beard in the second one. Yeah. What a great villain. One of the best doctors in gaming history.
All right. Princess Zelda. Dr. Robotnik.
What an iconic doctor. Another fantastic choice. Dr. Dog, you knocked it out of the park today. They're all great choices. Just the fact that the movies are doing so well is a testament to how great this franchise is so many years later. It's so fun. It's so entertaining. And the characters are fantastic. Great choice.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
DeathDealer.
Yes. I haven't played this one, I don't think. Wait a minute.
Yeah, there's Sonic Mania.
This looks awfully familiar
There's
to
Sonic
some of the
Mania.
other
The first
ones.
level always looks the same.
Yeah. But no, I love the Sonic games. I haven't played this one yet, but now that I'm watching it, hey, Death, I'm gonna need you to get me this. Or I'm sorry, Dread. Do we have this one? Oh, never mind. We have it. Have I played it? Okay, no, I haven't played it. So I'm gonna have to play this. So yeah, I'm gonna get on that. Thanks, guys. Again, if I don't die.
There you go. So Dr. Robotnik, an iconic doctor, of course. I don't like the nickname Dr. Eggman. For some reason, he will always be Dr. Robotnik for me because, you know, that's how I knew him growing up in the Sonic cartoons and Sonic comics and everything here in the States. So, yeah, I did not know that he was supposed to be the mascot. That's news to me. But, you know, as I've always said, I always learn something new here on the Iconic Video Games podcast, thanks to, because, you know, not one person knows everything, but I'm sure between all of us, we know a little something. Right,
a little bit,
a little bit of everything. Yeah. So yeah, I love the Sonic games. I want to play Sonic Frontiers. I saw it on sale the other day for for $30.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I'm like, oh, I should
You're-
buy it, but
You
Starfield was
should
coming
get
out. and I
that,
couldn't-
Axel.
I
Come
couldn't do
on.
it.
Oh, yeah, that's
couldn't do it.
true.
Starfield was
true
coming
that.
out.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, and I want a physical version, not a digital version. But yeah, Dr. Robotnik, iconic doctor, and I love that they picked Jim Carrey to play him. He is so
Yeah.
good. I know he's not fat like him, but he impersonates, Dr. Robotnik for a new generation, and
Absolutely.
and he's just so good at it. Fantastic. Great pick, Dr. Doggy.
Mhm.
Thank you, Axel.
All right, and let me get that out. Let's check in with the chat real quick. Let's see. Tony Grosso jumps in. Shout out to Tony Grosso. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP.
Tony
How is
Grosso.
Prey? Let us
Yes,
know.
how's Prey Grosso?
Prey Grosso, yes.
Good evening to you both.
Mhm.
Yes.
I spelled it wrong the first time, but I did fix it.
There you
So
go.
my bad.
Jim Carrey doesn't look
Again.
like himself in this game. Yeah, a little different.
Who said that back? That's funny.
Yeah. Let's see. Back. I love the first movie. I haven't seen the sequel yet. You haven't seen Sonic 2?
Oh my God, you
No,
second
me
one.
too. I know.
Oh.
Is it better than the
so-
first?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay. Titan.
There you go.
Yes.
So yeah, you have to. Let's
Okay.
see.
His mustache is even so much better than second team.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
it's excellent.
So here is Titan Drago saying, and Back from the Dead says, both were good. I like the Mario movie more, but I was a Nintendo kid. Hey, we were all Nintendo kids. The
I
Mario
haven't
movie
seen
was
it. I
good, but I
haven't
gotta
seen
tell
the
you, I love
Mario.
the live action aspect of the Sonic movie.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
both acting excellent.
Miss Prey says hi to everyone. Woo! Thank you so much.
Hello, Miss Prey Grosso.
Yes.
Good evening to you, madam.
And Dreadpool has a problem with over 1,000 games. Too many choices. Is that a problem, Dr. Doggy?
Well, right now that's a problem because all we're doing is playing the Starfield, right? So if you got 1,000 games, you got 999 of those bad boys just sitting right there.
He was more referring to the fact that I didn't know we had the Sonic game. The
Oh.
problem is I have to scroll through so many to find
Right,
the
that's another
games.
problem too. Yeah,
That's a problem I have to deal with.
my hard drive has 900 and something. Yeah, and you don't see stuff like that. But yes, play Sonic Mania. It is a very good
gonna write that
representation of
down.
the old Sonic games with a little new flair in there.
I have a short list that I've been remembering to write things down. It's Sonic.
Mm.
Which one again?
Mania.
Mania.
And Rhythm Doctor.
Yes. Rhythm Doctor.
And No Point Hospital.
All right. So my next choice here is a game that I loved so much on my iPhone. I played this game and finished it about 5 or 6 times.
Wow.
I love this game. I think it's one of the greatest games ever made, and that is none other than Plants vs. Zombies. And if you played this game, you know it has a main antagonist named Dr. Zomboss.
Yes.
And here is his level, and it is hard. This roof level is hard. And so you play a gardener named Zed or Ned?
Yep. No, I believe his name's Zed.
Yeah, you play a gardener named Zed. And basically you're just trying to defend yourself against the zombies with Dr. Zomboss. And it is just the whole game builds up the way they add new zombies to get to this final level here with Dr. Zomboss, who is a genius. Look at him right there. And a big old giant mechanized zombie. And here's your chance to hit him. And yeah, he is awesome. He is the fact that they made this game and with him as the main antagonist is amazing. I love this game so much. Princess Zelda. Brains.
This choice brings me so much joy. I spent so many hours playing this with the boys, and we loved it so much that we had like all the gear. We have all the stuffed animals. We even have Plants and Zombies Lego set. Like, we loved this game. It's so fun to get to pick your. We played it on the Xbox though, so and there's more than one that we played, but you get to pick if you want to be a zombie or a plant. I know we had so much fun with this. But there was the one that has the rapid shooter and shoots its seeds. Like, it's such a fun game. Great choice.
Who would have thought that Plants vs. Zombies would have been such a major hit?
It was so good. It still is.
Oh, you know what? We're going to make a tower defense game called Plants vs. Zombies. Like, what?
Love it.
DeathDealer, Plants vs. Zombies.
I loved it, play it still. Tiny Giant and I love playing it together. As a matter of fact, that was one of the first games I had her sit down and play with me when she was toddler and preschool age. And she did good for a little while. And then when we started getting swarms, because we were playing plants, and when a bunch of zombies started storming, she gave up and left me to fend for myself. Figure. But yeah, no, we still play those games to this day. We play quite a few of them. We have a couple of different ones. I'm not sure which all ones we have, but I know we have the first one, the second one, third one. Yeah, we like the games. Always good in my opinion. And the Doctor is always entertaining if you ask me. And yeah, the Zeb is funny too. I like the whole thing. The game's always entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Fun for the whole family.
Fun. Dr. Doggy. Plants versus Zombies. Dr. Zomboss.
Now, Dr. Doggy never played the first version of this. He did play the Plants vs. Zombies 2, right? You know, there was like a first-person shooter, right?
Oh, Plants,
Right?
Garden Warfare.
Garden Warfare. There you go. Yes,
Yeah.
I did play that. That was pretty fun. I don't think I ever played this, but I will say that Dr. Zomboss, he was actually a patient at my school, and I taught him everything he knows. So, you know, when you guys fighting this guy, I showed this guy. I showed him the way. So, you know, just know this guy might be a classic dude, but I made him that way.
You made it. It's your fault.
Yeah, that's me. That's right there. That's me there. I showed him his fighting style. So I hope you enjoyed.
I did. I loved it. Thank you so much.
Good.
All right. Let's check in here. Let's see. I missed the tower defense version of Plants vs. Zombies, right? This one. I know the new Garden Warfare is the way that they want to go moving forward, but I love the tower defense one so much. And Splendifer says, my kids play that game as they should. Now, guys, we have the good doctor, and if you have any elements you would like him to diagnose you with, let us know in the chat.
Now's your chance, because you
Guys.
probably won't see me again for a while.
That's right. We're getting him out of here. He's
Yeah,
infecting
I'm
this whole
gone,
show as we
Yes.
speak. But with all that being said, Dr. Doggy, guess what time it is?
It's time! You fellas are going in from... wait. It's going up, and it's time with the nurse Zelda. What is your ailments?
Thanks, Doc. How are you?
I'm doing great. Nurse,
love
how
this
you doing
voice.
tonight?
I'm okay. I got a problem, Doc. Can you help me?
I could sure try. I could sure try and help out here.
All right. This one's psychological. So, Doc, you know how some girls like bad boys? Well, I'm highly attracted to smite players. What should I
You gotta
You're
cure her,
high-
Doc. You gotta cure her.
You're highly addicted to smite players, huh?
do? Mm-hmm.
Well, first thing I would tell you to do, have you ever played smite?
I have.
Oh.
Not
And you're
much.
still, yeah, I was going to say, put your little playtime in on Smite, and that'll turn you off, like, automatically. And then, so then you have to realize that most Smite fans, they They really don't know much about life. They cheer for crappy sports teams.
Go Vikings.
Right, yeah, there you go. They got nasty fungus nails on their feet.
I don't know that one.
And
They got bad vocal cords.
They do these they're on podcast usually, and they just yell and scream. But I really have no real meaning behind all of it. They just yell and scream about stuff and, just have no real direction for where they go. Actually, I kind of do it sometimes too, maybe I could go in this side. But no, to get rid of this whole Smite thing, what you need to do really is go play JoJo's Big Adventure, whatever that JoJo game is, all right? And then this guy that they're falling for, see if he'll play that with you, right? Right? And see,
Then what?
All right, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, right? And then, you know what? I know, and I bet you he probably would be into that. He's probably a big JoJo's guy anyway, so that's probably not a good idea. Okay, so.
He's struggling. The doctor's struggling.
Yeah, because, everything I think of, this Smite player that she's in love with, he probably likes that kind of stuff. So, how about... Okay, if they play Smite, just have him walk out in the middle of traffic, right? Because, if I played Smite, that's what I'd want to do. I'd want to walk out in the middle of traffic, right? And if I survive, then I know that I'm a real man, And, you guys live near Atlanta, huh? Or something like that? Is that what it is? Somewhere around there? If not...
Nah,
go out there in the middle of the 8-lane traffic and just stand there. Have him stand there, And if he survives, then he's for you.
Oh.
Yeah. But you got Dr. Doggy, he's pretty stumped by this question, You should send him to my zombie school. Maybe if he comes to my zombie school, I could have him do a little exercises, do a little bit of zombie work. Maybe eat some brains, And if he eats some brains, maybe then he would get over the fact that he's playing Smite, If he'd actually eat some brains and he'd have some brains in his head.
You would make him have some common sense, Dr. Doggy.
Right. Yeah, he could bring the common back to sense. If he just actually eats some brains. Because obviously the guy has no brains. Right?
Man, amazing. What a great diagnosis of...
He's so brilliant. Thank you, Doctor.
Right, yeah, I like that.
Let's check in with the chat real quick. Let's see. There's an element in the chat saying, Dr. Doggy, we've all been infected by a pool of dread in the chat. What do we do?
A pool of dread.
A pool of dread in the chat. What do we do?
Well, a pool of dread. Like,
you gotta put some shock in that pool for sure.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, a little chlorine. Take care of this guy. Hell, just take the water out of it. Take the water out of it. Drain the pool. You'll just have some dread.
And then maybe light it on fire. You'll be all right.
Give the guy a little bit of coffee. Have him run around. Yeah, light him on fire. That's a good idea, But
I know even better.
Give him an axe. Give him an axe. Tell him to chop his own legs off. Then he can't run around no more. And then we're just done with the guy.
I got it, Dr. Doggy. I think you should drain the pool and throw a skateboard in there so then you have a pool full of shred. Some awesome shredding.
Oh, nice. Yes. With no legs.
With no legs. And Tony Grasso says, the world is whole again with Miss Zelda back in the intermissions. Oh, the whole world is better again with Princess Zelda back on podcast.
It's been
awesome.
It's been a great past couple of months with the four of us together. What a great team.
Mhm.
You know, well, Dr. Doggy usually here. Usually there's this Doggy Dog 420 guy, and that guy's a complete moron. You want to talk about somebody that needs some help? That guy's a complete idiot. That guy has no brains whatsoever. That guy, I wouldn't listen to a word that guy says. He's got a little bit. He's a little funny. He's a little, but he's loud and he's annoying. And I mean, the guy's just complete stupidity, you know, for the most part. And he's the reason that these podcasts like drag on for like hours on end because he just rambles about games. Even if he hasn't played them, he just talks about it. I hadn't played them. It'd be cool to play the game anyway. Hell yeah. That's why, you know, Axel has to change over his streaming services because this guy can't shut up. You know what? That's the one thing I would do. I'd just kick that guy off this show permanently. Have me on here every once in a while. But you three right there, the lovely ladies and the not so lovely Axel, you know, I would just have you three. I'd get rid of that guy. Doggy Dog 420. I don't know, man. That guy, too much 420 in that guy. He's a fool. A fool. Except for he's a Steelers fan, which I gotta say, there's some brains right there. That's some real brains. The guy's a Steelers fan. I give him that. That is one thing, you know.
Jingle Coogan. Every time I look at DeathDealer, I think she's sleeping because of those contacts. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Let's see. And whoops, there we go. I am his fan, Doggy. Doggy is funny.
Oh, wow. He has a fan.
And she says, you are meaner than Teletubbies. All right, guys. But that's going to do it for the show today, guys. We hope you enjoyed this medical doctor theme show with the esteemed Dr. Doggy. Guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you so much for joining us. But, of course, we wouldn't be able to do this show without you guys, the MVP chat. And that's why you guys would always be the MVP to any of the shows we do. With that being said, we are out. I'm Axel1324.
I'm Noselda.
I'm DeathDealer M85.
And I'm the real host of this show, Dr. Doggy.